We have two people in the house today. Welcome to another Tuesday breakdown. Okay, I'm going to allow some time for some more people to get into the group. But of the three people we have here, how many how many of you here actually attended the 2-day training? You can let me know in the comments if you attended the 2-day training. While you do that, we're going to be starting, by the way, at 7:30 on the dot. Once it's 7:30 on the dot, I'm going to go into what I have for you today. We're going to be looking at the industry of professional services. And under professional services, we are going to use this system that I show you in my AI GovCon inner circle to break down the solicitation to relatively good understanding. Seth, you said you're watching the replay. You're watching the replay. Okay. No worries. No worries. You weren't there live, but you're watching the replay. Yeah, the replay is pretty good. It's available. And by the way, I have giving out the biggest project management tool in government contracting. I have given out the biggest project management tool in government contracting. It's a Notion template that helps you track your solicitations, your subcontractor engagement, as well as your proposal writing. And in fact, I'm actually going to show it to you here. I'm going to tell you how you can get it because it's free to anyone who wants it. And perhaps I'm going to be dropping some links in the chat. So for the people who are here right now and want to have access to it, you would have access to it now. And I hope I'm getting that right. Gil, you attended. Yeah, I hope it was worth it, man. Did you get the free tracker by any chance? Were you able to access the Notion template? Are you currently bidding? Let me know how that looks. You got the Notion templates, but you don't know what to do with it. Wonderful. Okay, that's an okay place to be. As long as you got the templates, I can show you some stuff, really what you're doing with this template. There's this popular saying, first of all, it says that whatever is measured, managed. And the reason I built this template is because after talking to so many business owners, actually more than 300, I found that a lot of them kind of bid with this guessing mentality where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to submit two bids. They're not going to keep track of the agency. They're not going to keep track of what they did, the engagement. They don't keep notes. And if you've worked in any business, sales position, marketing position, you're going to you're going to realize that there's a lot of tracking. And that's what this actually does for you here. For example, if you have a solicitation, you go into the solicitation, you can keep records of that solicitation. So if you're working on this chapel services, it's a combined synopsis, the status, you can change the status, you can put the information on the publication date, you can attach all the documents. And when you actually open that particular folder, you can see all the information for that solicitation. I can use this button over here to go in full screen. And here you have all the information of your solicitation, scope of work from the SOW. You can keep a ton of it here. So the point of this tracker, it's really a project management tool. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to view the site. So if you want access to this tracker right now, I'm going to put this link in the chat right now. If you want access to this tracker, there are two things that you're going to want to do. How many of you want access to the tracker, but you don't have a Notion account? You don't have a Notion account, but you want access to the tracker. And then how many of you want access to the tracker, but you do have a Notion account? Because that's important. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the link for the people who want to create a Notion account. If you want to create a Notion account, I'm dropping a link here. This link is going to be the link you can use to create the Notion account. Now, in order for you to access the tracker, I'm dropping the link for the tracker right now. So this is the link for the tracker, and just follow these instructions very carefully for you to get access to the tracker. For you to get access to the tracker, let me quickly show you how you can get access to the tracker, and I'm going to go into what I have for today. So in order for you to get access to the tracker, once you click on that link, you're going to be taken to a page like this. This is what the page you're going to be taken to will look like. Now, in order for you to move this tracker into your Notion account, you need to click on this double square over here that says duplicate. When you duplicate this template, it will then appear on your Notion, and then you have the ability to edit from there. That is how you're going to go about getting the tracker. I hope that came in clear. I'm going to go into what we have for today. Definitely, guys, this is a Tuesday breakdown. So obviously, we're going to be breaking down a solicitation using ChatGPT. Today, I'm going to be taking a step further and actually going into some of the content in my Inner Circle program, which, by the way, it's open, it's available. You can book a call with me with my calendar link in the description if you want to see if this Inner Circle program is right for you. Guys, it's not for everybody. I want people who are currently looking to learn how to use these AI systems to submit bids. And we're going to get on weekly calls to ensure that you have some activity in your business. So if you're not the kind of person who can commit to that, there's no need getting into the Inner Circle program. Perhaps you can get the ebook. Perhaps you can watch some of the YouTube videos and practice. But the Inner Circle would be for the people who are currently submitting bids. Okay, now let's go into what I have for today. I actually just have a brief talk before we go into actually breaking down the solicitation. I wanted to talk about the benefits of using ChatGPT in government contracts. And this is really going to highlight the various benefits of incorporating ChatGPT into government contracting process. Because even though you might think that most already on board with the AI movement, you would be surprised to find out that there are still many people who would say, well, I think I'm going to use my pen and my paper. There's going to be more progress there for me. Oh, well, you know what? I went to school. I have 14 degrees. I have this master's from this particular school, and that qualifies me to have the ability to write proposals better than AI. If you're that kind of person, it's best that you click off this video right now because the things I'm going to say in this video might just piss you off. But if you're looking for a way to optimize your government procurement system using this new technology, using artificial intelligence tools, then I want to tell you some of those benefits. And after telling you the benefits, then I'm going to show you how we break down solicitations using AI tools in a systematic manner that you can use for multiple solicitations so you know that you have a skill of breaking down solicitations. Okay, let's move on. Now, breaking down government solicitations, first of all, using ChatGPT can extract and summarize critical elements, ensuring nothing is overlooked. With ChatGPT, you have the ability to query the solicitation attached to the chat box, and you're able to pull out the information. Now, there are some people who have said to me, Godwin, but it doesn't give me all the information with one prompt. And my response is don't expect it to give you all the information with one prompt. Expect to keep prompting and pulling out more information until you notice that each time you prompt, it gives you the same thing. There's no one size fits all sort of method, but you want to be able to ask additional questions if you find that you are stuck. Question generation, it can help you generate clarifying questions for contracting officers. Not only contracting officers, subcontractors. If you want to write out an email, if you want to ask some questions about the solicitation, you may not have to sit down and type it word for word. You can use Claude AI, you can use ChatGPT to create a draft of the email and tweak, edit, and send. Rapid analysis. So ChatGPT can process lengthy solicitations, saving you hours of manual review. Now, why is this even important? Like, why do you want to be able to from the solicitation quickly? Well, the reason you're going to want to do that, and let me come in here, is you need to be able to make a decision on whether this particular solicitation I'm chasing is worth it. And how do you do that? 3 days to go through the solicitation and really understand what it is about. But when you use ChatGPT or Claude AI to query that particular solicitation, you're going to have the ability to make a decision more quickly to say, okay, this seems like something I can pursue. I can find the subcontract and this industry, or this is too complicated. This is going over my head. I will proceed to looking for another solicitation. You want to have the ability to make that decision quickly. And to make that decision quickly, you can use AI tools to break down the solicitation and make those decisions quickly. If you're following, just because I don't want to feel like I'm talking to myself. Is this is this making sense in your mind? Let me know. Throw a one in the chat. But I'll go on. Consistent AI provides a systematic approach to break down complex requirements. A systematic approach. Seth, I see you there. I see that one in the chat there. Seth, you're following me. Glad to know. A systematic approach. A lot of small business owners miss out on the systematic approach aspect. Why do they miss out on the systematic approach? Because they're playing the guessing game. They're playing the guessing game. And when you play the guessing game, even when you win, the problem with winning while playing the guessing game is that you would find it difficult to duplicate the win. This is why the Notion tracker comes in, because you can look into that particular solicitation that you won or that contract that you won, and you could say, okay, these were some of the things that we did to win that contract. I'm going to try. This is why you want to stop playing the guessing game. But you see that consistent interpretation. AI provides a systematic approach to breaking down complex requirements. And then the last point, cross-referencing. ChatGPT can compare solicitation requirements with company capabilities. This one is really cool when it comes to subcontractors and having their website. Perhaps you throw their website into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to compare their strengths with the needs in the solicitation document. So that's incredible. Following. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I have some people who are following. Deborah, welcome, 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 welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Guys, these Tuesday breakdowns are really for, breaking down solicitations, taking questions, kind of having fun, interacting with business owners who watch the AI government contractor channel. I really enjoy having you guys here. And when I break down these solicitations, I hope that you're able to fall on and you're able to use some of these skills and some of these tools to help get more government contracts. Okay, let's move on. Finding potential subcontractors. This is another thing that AI can do for you. Broad database knowledge. So ChatGPT can suggest a wide range of potential subcontractors based on project requirements. Guys, you can look for the subcontractor within the area. And one of the reasons why this is so good is it takes you away from a situation of being really desperate. And what do I mean by that? I mean that if you are in a situation where you only have one subcontractor, then one problem with that is you don't really know what the market price is. You're going by what one subcontractor had told you. If you had talked to 3 to 4 subcontractors and you have gotten a price, you have more of an idea of what the average industry price is. You need more options when it comes to subcontractors, and ChatGPT is able to broaden your options by giving you companies within the area, by searching the web and using its broad database knowledge to help you find more subcontractors to engage with. Then capability matching, it can help identify subcontractors with specific skills or certifications needed for a project. So ChatGPT again to that research mode and really research companies deeply in order to give you that information to know, are they actually capable? And the best part is that if that if ChatGPT gives you that information, you can just turn them into questions so that when you go into your call with the subcontractor, you have specific questions about their capability. Guys, in the AI GovCon Inner Circle, the course, I have step by step instructions on how to create and and phone scripts for your subcontractors or even the contracting officer. That is exclusive to the AI GovCon Inner Circle. So one thing you have to realize, guys, is that ChatGPT can help with efficient preliminary screening. ChatGPT can quickly create a list of potential subcontractors for further human vetting. And this is really what you want to do. You don't want to think that, okay, well, ChatGPT gave me this list of subcontractors, so that automatically means that they're qualified. That automatically means that they're going to want to do the job. That automatically means that they're going to respond to you. This is not true. What you want to do is you want to create a broad list and use your human vetting. That is your ability to go to the website, collect information, collect web forms, verify if they are the right company. These are the things you want to do. That's what we're talking about, human vetting. So you want to have an efficient preliminary screening by getting the information using ChatGPT. And then you want to identify unconventional matches. Might suggest non-obvious subcontractor candidates that humans might overlook. You might find a company that perhaps they offer the same service or similar service, but not under the industry. So there are many different things that ChatGPT can pull on to let you know that perhaps this company is going to be the right one for the job. And then market research assistance. It can provide information on subcontractors' past performance and specialties. Again, we're in research. ChatGPT's main thing is to help you with research. And then writing proposals. This is the biggest one. For most people, writing proposals could be really daunting. So ChatGPT helps with streamlining the draft. So ChatGPT can generate an initial draft quickly, accelerating the proposal writing process. You don't need to think, okay, ChatGPT is going to write the entire thing for me. The first thing you want to think about is it's going to give me a draft. And then consistency in tone and style. AI ensures uniform writing style throughout the proposal, which is important, especially if you're the kind of person who takes 4 to 5 days to write a proposal and maybe your mood had changed on day one compared to day three and it begins to show in your proposal. That doesn't happen with ChatGPT or Claude AI. Compliance checking. So it can help ensure all solicitation requirements are addressed in the proposal. Creative inputs. ChatGPT creative approaches to addressing proposal requirements. So ChatGPT has the ability to create a variety of ideas, a variety of tones. Your proposal doesn't need to be exactly the same or boring. It can add some elements of good writing, some elements of good punctuation, great syntax, and ChatGPT can give you access to that power in minutes. And then 24/7 availability, like unlike human writers, ChatGPT is always available for immediate assistance. You could hire someone from the Philippines, but there's time difference there from India, but there could be a language barrier there, and they are not like I hired somebody one time for a project in India, and 2 days before the due date, he sends me a message and he says, "Hey man, I have IBS. I'm not going to be able to do the work." Cancels the project. With ChatGPT, at least you have some reliability on that end. I'm not completely discounting humans, by the way, for the people who might think that. But in terms of your business, you're going to want something that is available more so than something that is going to be scarce, especially when you need it. And then scalability is very important. It can handle multiple proposal sections simultaneously, enhancing team productivity. And in fact, I would like to add to that by saying that you can teach people the skills on writing proposals with ChatGPT, therefore scaling your proposal writing to some employees who would have the ability to put the proposals together for you. But guys, I'm done talking now. Let's get into some more showing you how to put these together. We're in SAM.gov right now. Okay, I'm going to just remove my face there. And one thing that we want to going to be exploring professional services, and I'm thinking more so leadership training. So I'm going to go into the search bar I'm going to click on all domains. I'm going to click on contract opportunities, and I'm going to type in my keyword here, leadership training. And after typing that in, I'm also going to pick the date. I want something that's going to be 1 month out. Phenomenal. Okay, so I have to go back in here and type in leadership training. Amazing. Okay, let's look. Let's look at what we have here. We have services for leadership development workshop, Cap Rock training. Okay. 27th of August, which is literally today. Special notice. Okay. Well, I'm just curious. I want to see what this is all about. And given that this is really an example, it's still fine, but we have a long description here, and the attachments have been taken out because this is an original award notice. So someone has already been given this award. Someone else has been awarded this contract. Okay. Assessment, data use, and implementation pilot project. This is the response date is the 7th of September. This is a sole source pre-solicitation. Leadership conference keynote guest speaker. Leadership conference keynote guest speaker. It's an updated combined synopsis. Due date is the 30th of August. Okay. IDAS Advanced Leadership Training. Original special notice. So this has been awarded. Okay, DSPO Military Suicide Prevention into Postvention Training. Oh, this is a sources sought. You know what? Let's check it out. This is a request for information. Remember, ChatGPT is really good at research. So, I mean, when it comes to sources sought, you should be able to bang this out and send this over. Let's see how long the description is. Fairly long description here, and there are no attachments. Let's just break this down. Let's find out what the government is looking for in this regard. And this is what you do when you are searching through possible solicitations that you might want to look at. I'm going to have to share my entire screen. Give me a moment here. Chrissy Rock, you said you can filter to solicitation to only show that. That's absolutely correct. I can filter it to only show me combined synopsis or solicitations. It just completely slipped my mind. Okay, let me do this. All right. Let's go back to SAM.gov here. Okay, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to open up ChatGPT on another tab. Okay. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to simple prompt, break this down in simple language. Let's find out what this training is about. So, this document is a request for information from the Defense Suicide Prevention Office concerning military suicide prevention, intervention, and postvention training. It is not a formal request for a proposal or quote, but rather a way for the government to gather ideas and information about possible solutions in this area. They are inviting various organizations like universities, businesses, big and small, and nonprofits to submit a brief document known as a white paper. The DSPO oversees all suicide prevention efforts within the Department of Defense, focusing on strategic development, standardization, and evaluation of programs. They use an evidence based public health approach, which prioritizes prevention and addresses factors related to suicide risk and protection. The ultimate goal is to develop and improve programs that reduce suicide rates amongst military personnel and their families. The RFI clarifies of any commitment from government to proceed with contracting or funding, nor will it cover costs incurred by those who respond. It's purely for collecting data and insight to help shape future initiatives. So it gives you a really clear understanding of what this is all about. Respondents are likely to discuss their approaches to training, specifically how they can be applied in military setting, and to address various learning objectives and training activities, including who the training is for and how it will be delivered. Okay, so we're getting a good idea of what this sole source is about. There's no other attachment that we can break down. This is really the information that we can pull out of it. Again, they were very clear. Like the RFI clarifies that responding to this does not involve any commitment from the government to proceed with contracting or funding, nor will it cover costs incurred by those who respond. It is purely for collecting data and insights to help shape future initiatives. So I hope that's really clear. We're shaping future initiatives. There's no commitment. This is a sole source. Okay, let's go back to SAM.gov because we still need to find something that we're going to break down. Now, with notice types, we can go into the filter and we can look for strictly combined synopsis slash solicitations. And let's see. So, contract for housekeeping equipment repairs due on the 28th of August. This is an updated solicitation. Synopsis slash solicitation, cardiac telemetry monitoring system. I think I'm going to run into this. Oh, let's go into this then. Now, is that USAFE AF Africa Africa 2024 Wing Leadership Conference keynote slash guest speaker? Oh, that sounds interesting. We have a couple of attachments here. Attachment 4. Okay, and then we have a very short description. So I'm going to grab this description here because today we are looking to actually break down what professional services. So this is one of those professional services. I'm going to say do the same here. And guys, the reason I use this prompt is because ChatGPT knows that the to simple language. So I'm just going to say do the same here, and I'm going to paste that description, and it goes ahead to do what it needs to do because it knows what it needs to do. So it says this document is an update, it's an update regarding the arrangement for a fall wing leadership conference scheduled by the commander of US Air Force in Europe for the fiscal year of 2024. It includes recent amendments that add responses to questions received up to August 27th, 2024. The conference aims to enhance the leadership skills of the wing leaders through a special training called the Operational Excellence Blueprint, which will be presented by a keynote speaker over 2 sessions. The sessions are designed to impart strategies and principles that the leaders can use to improve their operations. Okay, so session one. Session one, we have the location, we have the duration, and we have the date. It's a 1 hour session. Session two, we have location, duration, and date. So the topic for the keynote speaker will include manpower management. Check this out. The topics for the keynote speaker will include manpower management, retention strategies, how to streamline team workload, methods for empowering teams, and fostering a productive mindset. Okay, so someone was saying, I don't know what to do with the Notion tracker. I have no idea what to do with the Notion tracker. I'm going to show you how to use the Notion tracker. Let's say that we have opened this solicitation and we're really happy with it. And in fact, I'm going to do something different on this particular call. I'm going to go into the AI GovCon inner circle. Now, guys, this is more exclusive. We see more people are joining the school community. Guys, the school community, we have a free community. You can go in, join the free community. In this part of the free community, you can get a lot of free stuff from capability statements to pricing sheet strategies. You can buy the ebook Government Contracting Without Tears, and you can engage with the people in the community. There is no solicitation allowed in this community. Okay, so please, no solicitation. And now we're going into the AI GovCon inner circle, which is really different. The inner circle is where we have a bigger, more robust, and more detailed level of breakdown using AI tools. So right now, I'm going to create a solicitation toolkit. If you are in the first training, a solicitation toolkit is not going to be strange to you. If you want to join the inner circle, just DM me, book a time in my calendar. The link is in the description. But I'm going to be creating a solicitation toolkit and showing you what to do with the Notion tracker with some of the prompts that we have here. Okay, cool. I'm just going to look through the chat for a quick moment. Okay, this is an awesome question, Deborah. Does ChatGPT read out loud to you? Hell yeah, it does. It doesn't, you don't even need to read. Yeah, it has. And you know the funny thing, you can also change the voice. Like you can decide what type of voice it is. You can tell it, I want you to talk slowly, and I want you to have human-like hesitation between your words. Yes. So ChatGPT does read to you. Hi, Godwin. Would you talk about funding today? Would be awesome. Funding. When you talk about funding, what do you mean? Clarify your question for me. And yeah, Sean, welcome, Sean, in the building. Welcome, Sean, and yeah, Sean just answered your question. ChatGPT does talk to you. It's going to read the answers aloud to you. Okay, so what we're going to be doing right now is decided that look, I'm really happy with this particular solicitation. I believe that this is something that I can handle. I'm going to want to begin to pursue it. So the strategy I'm going to use here is I'm going to first open up my tracker. Give me a moment. I'm opening up my tracker here. Again, like I said, I'm happy with this solicitation. I'm going to add it to the tracker. This is something that I am reviewing. So let's say I create something new here. What exactly is the title of this particular solicitation? I'm going to grab this title and I'm going to throw the title into our tracker. So what type of solicitation is this? Okay. So we've established that this solicitation is the type of solicitation is combined synopsis slash solicitation. Fantastic. So I'm going to go into my tracker and just label this combined synopsis slash solicitation. What's the status here? Okay, well, I'm reviewing it. And when it's in progress, it goes down to this bar over here, publication date. So you want to check. I don't want to waste too much time there, but I'm just going to put a publication date of 20th of August, response deadline. Okay, I think that I'm going to check. So the response deadline is due on the 30th of August, which is in a few days. So we have 30th of August here. Oh, 30th of August. And then document links. So this is where you can now begin to download the documents so you can keep the documents all in one place. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to download the documents. And I'm showing you this step by step because I know that you can follow these steps and you can begin to track your bids. So right now I'm throwing in these documents here. Okay, so it's doing some loading. As you can see, we're throwing the document all in one place. So you're not scrambling and thinking, oh, where can I get this information from? Everything fits in here perfectly. And this tracker is free. It took me hours to create this tracker, but it's all yours for free. So you can begin to track what you are doing because whatever is measured is managed. Now you can measure the volume of solicitations you are submitting every month, every week. You can use this to see what you're doing. Okay, guys, I just put all the documents in. Right now, we don't have any proposal being written, and then we have a space for the link to this particular solicitation. So I'm going to put the link there. Guys, we're done with the first part of using the tracker. There's nothing else to do there. Now, what we want to do is we want to begin to create our solicitation toolkit. And if you remember from our previous training, the solicitation toolkit, let me actually come in here and talk to you guys. The solicitation toolkit is a document that literally helps you to keep all the information of your solicitation in one place. So you're not going back to the SAM.gov link and then trying to download something. No. Right now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a solicitation toolkit. And the information that you essentially capture from the solicitation toolkit is going to be put into your Notion tracker, right? You're going to want to put that into your Notion tracker so you know exactly where all your information is for your solicitation. So let's go on with that. I'm going to show you exactly how that is done. And by the way, I'm collecting info from the inner circle. Anybody who wants to be part of the inner circle, you're free. Just book a time to talk to me. Let's see if it's actually a good fit. It's not really for everybody. Not everybody has to come in there. It's really for the people who are submitting bids actively. Okay, so we have this. Now I'm here at the inner. First thing that is always recommended is that you get a high level view of the solicitation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attachment 2 is the performance work statement. I don't need to upload the clauses. I'm going to upload this. Now, there are two amendments. So I'm going to address amendments, but first someone should remind me. I need someone to remind me that I am going to address amendments and what to do with an amendment. But let's go into breaking down the solicitation, creating our solicitation toolkit. So this is the prompt. Here in the inner circle, I make it really easy. Copy and paste, get the prompt, use the prompt like this, and you get your answers and you apply your answers to your tracking sheet. Okay, so we have the title number, we have the solicitation number, and if you click on open, because usually when you put your mouse over a particular solicitation, you see this open. So this is a side peek. This is a sneak peek. If you want it to be full, you click on this button over here to open your full screen. At this point, you want to open your full screen because here you can see, okay, so publication date, response date, you have all the documents, proposal, nothing yet, and you have the link. So it already comes up to you open. So solicitation number, we're going to grab this. This is our solicitation number over here, Control C, and we're going to put it in here. Control V. So this is how you're going to be putting the information. You're creating your solicitation toolkit. Okay, we have the title here, and we're going to add this title as well. Oh. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating our weapon stack. This is where we have all the information that we need. Agency, ID department. So I'm not going to waste time putting all that in. When you get into this, you're going to do that. But what's the purpose of this particular solicitation is to obtain a keynote slash motivational speaker for the USAFE AFA FRICA Wing Leadership Conference. The directors off site scheduled for September 25th and 26th, 2024. The speaker is required to provide professional development training focused on enhancing operational excellence amongst military wing leaders. They're looking for a motivational slash keynote speaker. Session 1, we have the scope of work here. But guys, when you see this, obviously level, that first prompt gives you a high level of the contract, and you grab all this information like your scope of work. For example, I know that here we have the scope of work. What's the overview of the scope of work? This tracker has been made in such a way you can put in all the information, and it's easy for you to go ahead and understand what the solicitation is about. Control C, and you can track what you're doing. So we have here, this is the purpose, is to obtain a keynote slash motivational speaker. So what are the objectives? But guys, look at these prompts, by the way. That first prompt gives you a high level, but this second prompt is going to go deeper into more nitty-gritty details. And this prompt reads like this. It says, provide a detailed overview of the work required from this government solicitation, focusing on scope of work. What are the main tasks and responsibilities, deliverables? What specific outcomes or products need to be delivered? Performance standards. What standards or metrics must the work meet? And then the timeline. So now you can see the difference between this scope of work, deliverables, and this particular prompt versus this one. And if you notice that both of them are the same, that means that you have pulled out that information. If you keep making or using the same prompt to try to get more information and you see that the information you're getting is the same, you have pulled out, you've extracted most of what that particular topic is or has for you in the solicitation. So the performance standards, professional expertise and relevance, engagement and clarity, and outcome effectiveness. And then we have the timelines here. So guys, just following the steps, using these prompts in the AI GovCon inner circle, we can even use this prompt to get submission instructions. This is the last one I'm going to use here because we do have like there are people who paid for the AI GovCon inner circle. I'm not going to give too much of what they have. Of course, this is less than 10%. But I wanted to show you, like, look at this, for example. People always ask what kind of documents are required. This third prompt always uses the type of documents required. So the proposal must be submitted adhering to the following formatting guidelines. Document type. The document or the proposal must be Adobe PDF format. It's very clear. So, volume one, offer a quote, include pricing and any discount term. Volume two, technical capability, details the speaker's expertise, presentation style, and approach. Volume three, past performance information, includes examples of previous engagement and references. Guys, what I'm showing you here is simple. You are able to break down these solicitations with ChatGPT, create a solicitation toolkit, pursue the subcontractor who is going to do the work with you, and track your activity on a very easy tracker. And I hope this is coming in clear. Like if it's coming in clear, I just want you to throw a one in the chat. Just I want to know that I'm talking to people. I'm not just talking to myself. Is this coming in clear? Is there something that you need clarification on in terms of understanding a government solicitation? Let me see what's in the chat right now. A lot of contracts I see require large expenses before the gov pays you for work. I'm having trouble finding the funding to fulfill these contracts. I most apply to Canada buys tenders. Okay, so you are in Canada, or you're talking about Canadian procurement. So, guys, I tried the Canadian procurement thing. They have some like we have a different platform, uses a third party platform. I found it extremely difficult and I completely gave up. So perhaps so your name is Foolish the Crow. You can DM me actually on the school community and let's have a chat about Canadian procurement. You might actually know more than me. I'm in Canada too though, but let's have a chat about that. Okay, so I have tried to purchase your complete guide to winning government contracts with less stress and more AI, and it keeps giving me an error. Ask you right now, actually. Number one question is, are you in the school community? If you're not in the free school community, go into the link in the description. You can get into the community. But when you get in order for you to purchase the book, these are the steps. I'm going to make it really easy. So anybody who's watching right now and you want to purchase the book, these are the steps. Step one, get into the free school community. You have to get into the school community first. And then when you get into the school community, it's going to look like this. The name of the school community is the AI GovCon Corp. When you get in, I would like you to introduce yourself here with this message. It will be awesome to hear from you. And then you can go into the classroom section. When you hit classroom, this is it. This is the ebook, Government Contracting Without Tears. This is the ebook. On your end is going to show the price. When you click on it, you pay for it, and then you're going to get access to not only the ebook, but you're also going to get access to a bonus video of me putting together a proposal from start to finish. I hope that answered your question. That's how to get the ebook. Step one, you're going to want to join the school community. Step two, you're going to want to go to the classroom section of the school community. Step three, you're going to purchase the ebook, which will give you access to a video as well as the ebook itself. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Let's see. So any insight would be useful. Do your subs agree to pay at a later date? Some contracts can easily be 50K plus. How do you deal with that? Because most of the time we're going for simple service-based contracts, and we actually tell the subcontractor upfront that we need them to agree to a net 30. But here's one thing that you need to understand is when you have an award letter, your negotiating power completely increases. Stop focusing so hard on getting them to agree to the net 30 and get the award letter. When you get the award letter, you have more options, even with funding. Okay, let's see. All clear. Any tips on how to approach the FARS section? I don't understand what you mean by FAR section. Like I understand what you mean by FAR is like they are the like federal like acquisition or federal acquisition regulations, but like what do you mean by approach the FAR section? Is there a particular FAR section? What do you mean? Okay, I can see that you actually got what I was saying. So I like that. Like with I can see you got what I was saying, but you can DM me as well. Let's have a chat. I actually wanted to talk about the Canadian procurement a little bit and see what I could get there. Because honestly, that's really it with the live stream. Does anybody have any questions? If you have questions, you can throw out some questions to me. You can join the school community number one by clicking on one of the links in the descriptions. You can also get the Notion template, Notion tracker. It's equally available in the school community as well. So you can get access to all those free resources. However, if you want to join the inner circle is completely different. Joining the inner circle, you can DM me, you can book a time in my calendar, we can talk about it to see if you're the right fit. It comes with over 20 recorded videos of how to pick your industry, break down a federal solicitation, create a list of subcontractors, as well as write proposals step by step using ChatGPT as well as Claude AI. So these are the things that you're going to learn in the inner community or the inner circle. And it also comes with weekly calls to see your updates, see how it's doing, how you're going. GovCon winners. We have people coming into the school community every day, and I'd like to see you there. So if at any point in time, you can DM me, we can talk. But for now, I have to say goodbye. The stream has been nice. Take care. Have a great night, guys. Bye bye.